Well, it's official. So after years and years of disappointment, and that I'm pretty sure a lot of Republic fans have been very frustrated of how long this process have took, and that they have seen so many teams that has kind of passed by them in terms of the expansion race, and that they always become the bridesmaid in terms of the expansion race. Today is officially the day where they are no longer the bridesmaid in terms of the expansion race, and that it was officially announced that Sacramento Republic FC is joining MLS in 2022, and that they become the 29th MLS franchise in league history. Now, I did watch the announcement show, and that, the announcement show wasn't really anything special. It was kind of very similar to some of the announcement show that I seen with other expansion team come into MLS for the past couple of years. You usually have one of the sports analyst or the sports play-by-play guy to start off with this announcement show, and this time it was Stu holding that basically kind of introduced everybody to what Sacramento is going to bring to MLS. And then you obviously have Don Garber talking about the fact that he's happy Sacramento finally comes into the league, and that he also talked about the growth and the diversity and the yada 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 kind of stuff about MLS. Then they of course started to have the investor, starting with the lead investor Ron Burko talking about the team, and then you also have the other investor Dave Alvarez and also Kevin Ego talking about the process and how this pain and suffering that they've been going through for 4 years to try to get this team into MLS have finally paid off. Now, after that, they of course decided to let the Sacramento mayor Daryl Steinberg to talk about how he's happy the fact that he has finally got an MLS team in Sacramento. Then something interesting happened where the next person to speak was actually the California governor Gavin Newsom, that talks about how he's also happy that the Republic is now going to be going to MLS. And I'll tell you what, I'm kind of surprised the fact that the governor was actually there for this announcement show. I guess maybe the reason why that is the case is since Sacramento is the state capital of California, I guess the governor just saw this to be a big kind of event that he can't miss, and that's why he decided to show up. And he didn't really mention a lot besides talking about how he's happy the team is going to be going to MLS in a couple of years. I think when Austin went into the league, I don't remember if the governor of Texas actually gone to the announcement show and was happy the fact that his city, Austin, is going to be going to MLS. So it was kind of interesting to see the California governor being there. And that there was also one thing that I remember that they talked about, how they were happy the fact that, with Sacramento coming into the league, this was definitely a great day in terms of not only for the city, but also for the state, which is kind of a little bit strange because do they know that California have 3 other teams, and that I feel like if you're going to say that, you usually would say it if there is going to be the case where this expansion team is coming to MLS and that they become the first team in this specific state that's going to go to MLS. So, if they would have said that probably when Nashville came into the league, because Nashville become the first team in Tennessee to be playing in MLS, then that of course makes sense. But to say that it's a great day for California, even though California have already had 3 other MLS team and now going to have a 4th MLS team coming to MLS, and I can already hear people are complaining the fact that California have way too many teams in MLS, even though technically California is one of the bigger state and the most popular state in the US. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it in terms of the announcement news. But overall, like I said, I'm definitely very excited to see what's going to happen. And since they aren't going to be coming into the league until 2022, I think it's going to be kind of a slow news cycle of what exactly Sacramento is going to do leading up to their inaugural year. I mean, this is not going to be like Nashville and even Miami, where when they announced that they were coming into the league, they were going to come into the league in 1 or 2 year time. Sacramento isn't going to come into the league until 2022, which is almost 3 years from now. And that, for those of you wonder why it's taking them so long to finally come into the league, well, they're one of these teams that is kind of a little bit different from previous expansion team, where instead of previous expansion team decided to just play in a temporary stadium before moving into their brand shiny toy stadium that they of course built, Sacramento decided that they are not going to try to do that, and that they actually are just going to build their shiny new toy stadium down in the rail yards, and they're going to show it off in their inaugural year. And I actually really like that idea, because for a new team coming into MLS, I feel like, if you're going to come to MLS and you're going to make a big impression, not only you need to have a very good team to make a big impression, but you also have to have a shiny new stadium, which will definitely attract a lot of people to try to go visit there. And, for me, I'm obviously going to go visit there a couple of times, since I don't actually live very far from Sacramento, and that this is really the only time and the only team that is close enough for me where I can physically go to Sacramento to watch the Quakes play the Republic and don't have to actually stay in a hotel. And that there's no doubt I'm going to do a lot of away days, and probably every single year I'm going to at least do an away day to Sacramento to watch the Quakes play against the Republic. So yeah, I like the fact that they decide to go on that route, and then it's also going to be interesting to see what's going to be the next step. Well, I think the next step is going to be the groundbreaking ceremony, because once they have now confirmed to be going to MLS, I'm pretty sure they're ready to basically build the stadium. Because remember back in 2014 when they had that aspiration of going to MLS and talk about the new stadium that they're about to build, they already kind of approved it, and the city kind of already said that, you're good to go in terms of building that stadium, and that the only reason why they still haven't built it right now is that there's still a question all these years of whether or not if this team is actually going to go to MLS. And now that they are going to be going to MLS, I have a feeling that groundbreaking ceremony will happen very, very soon, and they'll start building that stadium so that they're going to get ready for the 2022 season. But besides the stadium kind of situation for Sacramento, the other thing that's interesting is that how are they going to build their squad, and who exactly they're going to start naming some of their front office, or maybe they can think about keeping their same GM and keeping some of the same front office people that is currently in USL, but it'll be interesting to see if they're going to do that, or they're going to try to maybe hire some new people to see if they of course can build a squad that will definitely be ready for MLS. And that I wonder for Sacramento, and this is the thing that I say with most of these expansion teams, I wonder what kind of route they would take on their first year in MLS, and that there is a route where you can go to the LAFC in Atlanta route, where you're gonna have owners that is gonna invest heavily on the team, and that they are going to really just get some of the best player in the world in this team, and get some of the best player in the league so that they can be very competitive. Or are they gonna take the Minnesota and FC Cincinnati route, where they're just happy that they're in MLS, and that, they will figure it out in a couple of years before finally being competitive. Hopefully for Sacramento's sake, they will go with the route that LAFC in Atlanta has. But still, when you look at this team, and that there's a reason why it's been so long for this team to finally confirm to be in MLS, because we don't know if there's going to be enough investment in this team where the owners are going to spend a lot of money to kind of be like the LAFC and Atlanta of the world. And that it's also kind of interesting to see, not only they are maybe thinking about going to the LAFC and Atlanta route by getting some big name player into the team, but will they also use their academy a lot? Because I think when you look at all these expansion teams in the past couple of years, I feel like Sacramento probably have the best academy out of these team. And that, I know a lot of people don't know this, but Sacramento actually have one of the best academy in the league. And that, I wonder when they go to MLS, and knowing the fact that they have a lot of guys that is been proven to do well in MLS in their academy? Are they going to be kind of like RSL and FC Dallas, or even the Red Bulls, where they're going to bring some of their academy player and then go from that way? So, there's a lot of question of what's going to happen to this team when they, of course, come into the league in 2022. But like I said, I think they'll basically take it one step at a time. And the first step is obviously they're going to try to get this groundbreaking ceremony and trying to start building this stadium. And then I think in a couple of years, and probably by 2021, we might have a good idea to see what exactly Sacramento vision is going to be in their first year in MLS, because after all, it's still 3 years before they actually come into the league, and it's still a very long time for them before they come into the league. Right now, I think they're still focusing on being in USL and just kind of almost just get ready in terms of going to MLS and trying to maybe learn a lesson from probably Nashville and FC Cincinnati, of a team that is right now in USL, and how they can, of course, propel into MLS and not look like an absolute train wreck like what FC Cincinnati was this year when they made the transition from USL into MLS. But either way, hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Sacramento coming into the league? Are you happy the fact that Sacramento has come into the league, and that, are you excited the fact that the Republic is finally going to be coming into the league? I mean, as a Quakes fan, I'm definitely excited to see them in the league, because now we can actually have a rival that is kind of going to be a rival that we're going to really take seriously, and that I can also attend a couple of Republic matches like what I have been doing for the past couple of years when they are in USL, because it's not that far from where I live to go to Sacramento to, of course, catch a Republic game. But either way, hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button, and yeah, I, of course, will see you guys next time.